What up, y'all? Welcome to today's video. I got a new camera. We are now officially shooting on the Canon R6 from here on out. Actually, the later parts of this video, we talk about the JXB Driveshaft Carrier bushing upgrade, which, spoiler alert, that's what this video is about. Will be shot on the 70D that I used to use, but we are officially on the R6 now. So this is my 10-18 adapted to the R6 body, but I did get this 85mm prime lens that I think we're gonna go shoot some glamour shots on. So this camera is mirrorless. That's why we're at a 16,000 ISO right now, and it doesn't look awful. But we're gonna test out how good this is in low light. Go explore a little bit of the city of Boston. While I wait for the S6 to air up, by the way, you could totally tell that I haven't owned a car on air before because I totally forgot to air out for anything aside from this quick little set on Newbury. So what can you do? Anyway, we'll get out of here and we'll go do an install on the S6, which is prior to this, but you know, you got to make a little continuity for the video. Over to Billy's shop we go. I should mention while we're in there, we're also going to do the Driveshaft Carrier bushing from JXB Performance. If you guys don't know, this is Jay Bullington's company. Jay was a big S4, still is a big S4 guy. He's actually doing a 4.0 swap in his S4. So he started doing bushings and different differentials and axles and stuff. And he's actually gone full time just doing this. So pause right there. I don't think I did enough justice to how much of a madman Jay is. Jay's car is the only wide body, actually functional S4 that I know of. He got big old Hoosiers on it. He's got a rear mounted heat exchanger. He's just wild, and he competes with the car. Like, the car regularly has the crap beaten out of it. I'll leave a link to his company in the description as well. Make sure to support him. This is actually a pretty common point of failure on the S6s. I'll show a video now from Jay of a bad one, and then what this looks like installed, and you'll understand why we're doing that. But that should be a fairly simple process. Billy's getting into that right now. So we got the heat shield off. There's not too much play in this, but you can see that it's moving. So in order to get this thing out, we gotta cut right there, we gotta cut right there, and that means that Billy has to break out the skeleton mask. We actually ended up cutting through both mounting points on both sides so that we could fully rotate the carrier and cut 180 degrees from each other, which made it just easier to peel the metal pieces off the outside.
And that rubber thing gets cut off.
Yeah, then we just cut this little layer there, and we just keep the inner part. So at this point we've removed the stretchy plastic outside and we're down to the hard rubber middle part. You can see there's still a ridge on there, that right there that I'm pointing to.
we end up shaving that down even more to fit the driveshaft carrier around it. Now you see Billy installing the driveshaft carrier back onto the car. It's really just 2 bolts that hold the whole thing together. They pinch it right together, and then once it's pinched together around the driveshaft, you just go ahead and screw these bolts in and mount it right back to the chassis. It's a pretty straightforward install, nothing crazy to it. As long as you have a cutting blade, you shouldn't have any issues.
You have some DMX playing in the background.
Billy got this guy in. We shaved down around there, as I'm sure you heard in the voiceover. Little pucks on the end, so it moves a little bit, but if you remember how it slid before, I can't do this with a block in the light. It doesn't move at all. So we're in business there. All right, I'm back with more stuff that I should have filmed the day of filming. But my thoughts on the driveshaft carrier now that I've had it for about a week and a half. It's kind of a beautiful thing. There's no major changes. I have a slight vibration at 60 miles an hour. Jay believes it's actually my rear wheels being slightly out of balance. So we are going to look into that by swapping on the summer wheels and summer tires. And if the vibration doesn't go away, then there's further modifications. But he's been super great. Like I said, he's answered every question I've had about the product. This is not a sponsored video. I paid full price for the product. I just think that Jay is doing really cool stuff for the community, and so I had to make sure I gave him a proper shout out in the video. It's kind of a beautiful thing knowing that you've replaced a part that is prone to failure prior to it failing. I mean, I probably could have gotten away with the stock driveshaft carrier for a little bit longer and had no issues. I mean, once I get to the track and I start launching the car, obviously that's going to add some quick wear and tear to the driveshaft carrier, but it's nice to know that that's something already taken care of and it's one less thing to worry about when I'm launching the car. Jay does make rear axles for the car, and I do plan on running radials at some point, so I'm probably going to need a set of those rear axles. And he also does make, if you have an S4, front differential, rear differential, all sorts of fun stuff. Make sure to check out his site. It will be at the top of the description. Really cool stuff. And again, if you see him in the Facebook groups, just know his car is not just wide-bodied for fun. He is an absolute madman behind the wheel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little bit all over the place. Some city shots, driveshaft carrier. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.